Welcome to the Windy City Rundown. Let me remove this. Where is it at? Where is it at? Where the hell is it at?
I got it.
There it is. Yeah, let me remove that. I gotta do better than that. I gotta remember I had to. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another great episode of the Windy City Rundown. Technical difficulties over here, but I am Eric Avila. That is Jose Contreras. Guys, welcome to our new time slot. 8 o'clock. Or 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock on Wednesdays. Here live on Facebook and on YouTube, guys. Make sure you follow us on all our social media platforms on Facebook, on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all that good stuff. Like and subscribe on our YouTube page. Like and share on our Facebook page too as well, to your Facebook friends as well. We appreciate the love and support. We got a lot to get into, Jose. But first off, man, how are you today?
Good, brother. Good. Wednesday, 7 o'clock, new time slot for us. Yeah, man. Let's see what this time slot brings for us. I'm excited to get the show started. How are you, Eric?
I am excited to get this show started at this new time slot. I am excited. I am happy. I am good to go. And Jose, there is a lot to get into, especially what's coming up this weekend. Jose, there is, I don't know if you noticed, but the NFL Draft Combine is this weekend. And first things first, Jose, like, let's get this before we get into the meat and potatoes. Like, do you feel weird, or do you feel like it's not really like the NFL Draft Combine as previous years because the Bears are not picking in the top 10 or even in the top 20 this year? Like, does that feel kind of weird to you this year? Like that you're not really all that prepared, or really not really focused into NFL Draft, NFL Combine this year?
No, because I think the reason why I'm not is because of stuff like gambling, fantasy football, right? Like the draft combine for me is similar to the draft, where it's like, where the draft, right? The NFL draft in general, to me it's still entertaining. It's still just is watchable, good, whatever you want to call it, because of that reason, right? We want to see who goes number one to the Raiders, right? We want to see what team in our division picks up. We want to see what other team, right? Because we play fantasy football in the summer. We gamble, right? Stuff like that, parlays. You get what I'm saying? So it's still entertaining. As far as the Bears go,
yeah,
you're right. Every year they have a top 10, top 15 pick. But this is what we want. We want them to have a later round pick, because that means they had a good year. So not weird, to answer your question. But definitely something that we look forward to. We want more of.
100% Jose. But I honestly, me personally, I feel a little awkward. It does feel a little weird. It felt like the draft combine just came out of nowhere. It just feels like the NFL season literally just finished a couple weeks ago, or literally last week. That's just my point of view, simply because of how deep the Bears played this year in the NFL season. It's weird that we haven't had the Bears make a deep playoff run in the NFC in the divisional game. And it just out of nowhere, it just felt like it just came. And I think that's a positive side, right? Simply because it feels like our team is finally good, and we don't really have to worry about what quarterback or what wide receiver or what defensive player or this and that what we're gonna get in the top 10 and top 20, simply because the Bears are piss poor. But this year just felt different. It feels weird. It felt like it just came out of nowhere. Like the draft just literally, the Super Bowl just finished last week, and now we're talking about the NFL Combine. Into the comments, our boy Mark was, "What's up, man? Long time no see. Hope you're doing well." Crosby ? And I think this is a good topic to get into right now, Jose, simply because great segue, because within the last couple of days, Ryan Poles and also Ben Johnson spoke to all the media outlets that are out there in Indianapolis. And there was a lot of interesting comments said, but especially from more of Poles than it is Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson is just amazing, just like a football crazy player, maniac, bro. At that point, just everything that he involves in football. Like I just feel like I want to like run through a brick wall for him. That pasty looking guy that we have as our head coach, and it's just like he just fires you up. Like you listen to Ben Johnson, and you listen, and it's just like it just captivates you. And how well do you want to go through this? Go for this man. But Ryan Poles had a lot of interesting comments that he said in the ESPN 1000 in his interview the other day. And he said that, he didn't really have conviction of DJ Moore actually being with the Chicago Bears. He also said on other media outlets that Jaquan Brisker may not likely be a Chicago Bear next year, which is kind of crazy because that's another player that we're going to lose out there. Today on the news, it says Tremaine Edmonds is on the trading block, that the Bears had put in a request or had told Tremaine Edmonds to put himself on a trading block too as well. Like a lot of big moves are coming. That includes Cole Kmet too. He was also one of the talking points of one of the players that may not be here next year for the Chicago Bears. Like Jose, like as great as this team was, man, it's going to be a lot of changes. And honestly, I feel like all these guys are going to get moved before the draft this year.
It's going to be a different team, yes, but I trust Ryan Poles to a degree, Eric, where he knows what exactly he's doing. I mean, he's earned my trust after last season's draft, after what we were able to accomplish in the regular season. So I'm okay with it. Let's see what he can do. Yes, we might lose Jaquan Brisker, right? DJ Moore might get traded, etc. Right? But as long as he does his job, identifying talent, whether it's free agency or through the draft, I think we should be okay. What this team's identity is offense. We need a good defense, yes, right? We want a good defense. Look at the Seattle Seahawks last year. The defense was their strength, but they had they had a solid offense to kind of help them, win the championship. We need that in reverse. I feel we're gonna have a really good offense. We just need a solid defense to keep us in games, to help pressure the opposing quarterback. So whatever that looks like, I'm into seeing what he can do, right? Let's judge him based off his results, not what we may assume or not assume, right? So I'm okay with losing a couple pieces here and there as long as we're able to replace them. I do get your sentiment as far as, well, the defense was horrific last year. We're going to lose Jaquan Brisker. That, now that's somebody else. That's another hole we got to fill. But at the same time, our defense was horrific with Jaquan Brisker. So it's not to say that he's the end-all, be-all.
No, 100%, Jose. But to answer Marco's question, Crosby, upon further review and just keep looking at and just analyzing everything, honestly, Max Crosby to the Bears to me doesn't make any sense. No matter what you trade for, who you trade for, if it's DJ Moore and a 5th round pick or a 1st round pick to Crosby and whatever we get in return, I at this point at the Chicago Bears, I'd rather just try to get as much assets as you can and not let go of any assets. And obviously, DJ Moore is a bigger one to let go because of the money contract. But Jose, like I keep analyzing, we spoke upon it a little bit last week too as well. The Crosby to the Bears it just doesn't fit. It doesn't look right, especially the money that we have to give up, for him of bringing in his salary on a team that's already cash strapped, should I say? They're already cash strapped. You have to let go of so many players in order for him to bring in his contract. And on top of that, you lose a 1st round pick. It would be great in a perfect world, in a Madden football world, to have Max Crosby with the Chicago Bears. But the more days that are coming towards it, Jose, I just don't see Max Crosby as a Bear.
I mean, I don't know. I'm indifferent with it because you hear a lot of reports that it can't happen, and you hear a lot of reports that it's not smart or it shouldn't happen. Again, it's just one of those things. If it happens, I'm happy. If it doesn't, okay, cool. But we better have something or someone there to produce just as much, if not, you know what I mean? Like we produce just as much because we need a pass rush. We don't have a pass rush. We need a pass rush. So if you're not going to get Max Crosby, you better find an alternative solution that'll get us there. Like I said, whether it's through free agency or through the draft, I'm okay with having Max Crosby. I want Max Crosby, but I do get why other people aren't willing to pay or want the Bears to pay. I mean, but at the same time, you need that production. Whether you get it from him or somewhere else, you need it. So For the Bears fans who are like, oh no, we shouldn't get him because of blah blah blah, bro. If we get him, y'all will be happy when he does what you want him to do in the regular season. He is going to be a threat. You have to respect what he's able to do. So at the end of the day, you want the best player in that position. I think he could be the best player in that position. It all depends on what Ryan Poles thinks, because he's the one who makes that decision.
Jose Marcos in the comment section says Dile Jose. So tell me what it sounds like. He's going to be a productive player on the Bears. And you're absolutely right. I mean, yes, would I be happy if Max Crosby's on the team? 100%. I think whatever how I feel right now, it'll go away eventually. But numbers wise, money wise, it doesn't make any sense. The draft pick that you give up, a first round pick for Max Crosby, it doesn't make any sense. We spoke about it last week. I think the numbers wise, it makes more sense for you to, get all this money, get Trey Hendrickson. You may get him on a cheaper deal because of what he's been through last year and the injuries, but he has been more productive than Max Crosby in the last couple of years prior to the injuries. And it just fits more of the system of what the Bears are going to run defensively. Like it's going to make more sense of what Dennis Allen wants in his players, and I think he also played under Dennis Allen too as well. So yes, Crosby is just one of the big names, and especially we saw him last season against the Raiders and how much of a menace he was on the defensive front on that line, and made Caleb Williams' life living hell that day too as well, and just the whole offensive line. But also Jose, just like yes, it's cool, but I think there's a different and a better route and a cheaper route, honestly, to get quality at that end where you don't have to pay Crosby the $34 million, 30 some odd $1 million that he's owed for this year and the years to come after that. Like I said, Trey Hendricks is big on my list. If you can't get Trey Hendrickson, I mean, Bradley Chubb is right there. The money is a little bit more cheaper, but you still get a productive player on top of that. Like, there's players out there. I get it. Max Crosby is a big name, 29, and can make a big difference, but financially just doesn't make any sense for the Chicago Bears via money-wise and also draft capital-wise. Just keep the picks and then just develop on your own. Windy City Rundown here on Facebook and on YouTube. Make sure you guys follow us on all our social media platforms. Like and subscribe on our YouTube page. Like and share our shows on your Facebook page for your friends and family as we're talking about free agency and the NFL Combine this week. Ryan Poles came up on the media outlet saying players are going to leave. DJ Moore, we talked about it a lot of times in the last couple of weeks about DJ Moore being here, not being here, Cole Kmet being here, not being here. But now, as a couple of days has already passed by, Jaquan Brisker looks like he's no longer going to be a Bear. Poles came out and said it himself. He put on Trade Edmonds on the trading block with this upcoming season to find teams to seek a trade. So we're getting good value. And also, Jose, we had a big talking point on our text messages between me, you, and John about one Tyson Bagent is also being out there to being on the trade block too as well. I mean, look, to be in this position of the Chicago Bears, it's finally great that somebody's actually looking at us and finally wanting our players and get something back for them, right? Tyson Bagent could probably go for a fourth round. I'll be happy for a backup quarterback for a fourth round pick. DJ Moore, you could probably get him for a third, maybe as high as a second, but for sure for a third round, 100%. Tremaine Edmonds, whatever you could get, third or fourth round pick. Like, these are picks that could be starters for you and your team. As much as it hurts to leave them, Jose, like, we're getting some decent value for our players that other teams are looking for.
We are. And then, again, it all depends on what Poles can do for those guys. Look, I personally would rather have DJ Moore on this team next year. Right? 100%. I think with Caleb having another year on his belt, right? He's no longer the first year, second year quarterback. He has experience. He has playoff experience, and he's only going to get better. You want a veteran wide receiver who's going to be there and just continue to help him and this team win games. Obviously, we want Rome Odunze, we want Luther Burden, Colson Loveland to be that top receiver, so that way we could trade away DJ Moore, right? but we have yet to see it. Rome has similar numbers to DJ Moore, but Rome has been injured, right? Maybe we give DJ Moore another chance, but even if we don't, even if we do trade him, I'm okay with it because of the prospect of what Kosta needs to be, or what Luther Burden needs to be, or what Rome Odunze needs to be. So whatever you can do, whatever you can flip to make this team better somewhere else, I think wide receivers were good, or the receiving core in general, then do it, right? It's, I guess, to me, it's just, where can we get better? And right now, defensively is something we need to definitely evaluate and put a lot of effort
100%.
into, because, man, we were getting cooked all year long. It doesn't matter what team it was. We couldn't look. Credit to the Bears defense and that Packer game you and I went to, right? The playoff game, because they did their
100%.
thing to get that offense back on track. But prior to that, man, I mean, we were just getting ran over. We were, Jordan Love was able to do whatever he wants, and we're only going to see him twice a year, maybe even more. And the Packers are going to have revenge on their mind. The Lions cooked us both times they played us, and and the Vikings were close. Another year under JJ McCarthy's belt, and who knows what they might look like. Man, they were still a pretty good team with JJ McCarthy. So let's see. I'm okay with what the value is on these guys, but again, I hate being a broken record, Eric, but it really is on Ryan Poles. Like last year, I feel like he saved his job. This year, it's like, okay, now prove to us why you're the guy, why you're the one who orchestrates this whole thing, the grand architect that builds us a championship team. So this is the time right now where he needs to make his money.
Yeah, 100%. And he needs to build off on what he built last year, like you said, with the draft picks that he had from Colston Loveland to Trapillo to Munangai, in the 7th round pick. I think last year was the best class that he has drafted. Right next to Caleb and Rome. That too as well. That, I mean, the year that he got Caleb, I think he also got Tyreek Stevenson, or Rome came with Tyreek Stevenson. The point is, Jose, that yes, Poles has to build on this. And yes, he kind of gained our trust a little bit for what he did, not only from trading from DJ to the trade to DJ Moore, getting DJ Moore, getting Caleb Williams, like I mentioned, drafting Colston Loveland last year, Rome Odunze the year before, but he has to do it again, and he has to continue to do it. Getting the players that we need to get to develop. Jose, my question for you is actually, like, do you feel that the Bears should go? And we'll probably have this conversation as the draft comes right around the corner. We'll have this one more time, but as of right now, do you feel like the first 2-3 picks that the Bears have in this year's draft should all go to defense? And even in free agency, like, what percentage do you give the Bears need to, from both free agency and the draft, what percentage do you give on each side? Like, what percentage on the defense side of the ball they need to focus on, and what percentage on the offense side they need to focus on? Because left tackle for the Chicago Bears is also a big question mark for them too as well.
Yeah, it is. And I think you go for one left tackle and then you try on that defensive line the rest of the way. Unless there's someone absolutely like someone you can't skip offensively, like in whatever round you have. Like if there's like the running back or just like, or I don't know, you insert a position, right? If there's something you're like, fuck, I really don't want to pass up on this guy, then I would, I won't pass judgment unless it bites them in the ass later on, right? I could be like, I probably wouldn't have done that, right? I could have an opinion, but at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like if you could find a Jahmyr Gibbs on the 25th pick, I mean, why not? Yes, we have DeAndre Swift. Yes, we have one guy, but Swift isn't going to be your long-term option. At least I don't believe he is. You know what I mean? Why not? You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, yeah, you gotta invest on that defensive line, and you do need a left tackle, like you said. So I would say if you're giving me a percentage question, let's go 70-30. 70% defense, 30% offense. You know what I mean? Because maybe you need another left tackle, like you said, but maybe two of them. Who knows, right? So, yeah, that's my answer. maybe another wide receiver. Maybe another wide receiver. If you are going to trade away DJ Moore, you got to fill a position. Maybe another wide receiver. I don't know.
I feel like, and that's a very good point that you're bringing, trading away DJ Moore. Like, who's going to step up, right? You either draft a wide receiver or you either pick a cheap one in free agency, because there's a lot of, obviously, the free agents are, I'm sorry, wide receivers are kind of like running backs. They're a dime a dozens. You know, you're the production obviously that DJ Moore is going to have. Obviously, is going to elevate more. Colston Loveland is going to elevate. Roma Dunze's number is going to elevate. Luther Burden's numbers too as well. And I do think that that's that part right there, right? You know, Jade Walker also showed up last year too as well in a few instances as well. So I know that the Chicago Bears on the offense side of the ball, really not too worried from the specialty side, from the wide receivers and the tight end side, right? Trapillo going down, dude, and that actually killed us as well. Just because we had already the line solidified and him not being so uncertain coming back maybe at all next year is going to be the killer for us for the Chicago Bears, because now we have to focus on that part. Now we have to focus on, you know, the left tackle, because it's a piece that we thought that was fixed and no longer is fixed. I believe I'm with you too. 70, I'm mainly more 80-20, Jose. I feel like 80-20, you have to focus on the defensive side of the ball because you're going to lose a lot on the defense side of the ball. You have to gain a lot on the defensive side of the ball on top of that too as well. You need to get a defensive line on the tackle or the end or both. You need to get another linebacker to replace Edmonds. You need to get a safety to get to replace Brisker. And even on top of that, Jose, like, are you bringing back Kevin Byard? Is Kevin Byard going to come back on a hometown discount? Maybe, hopefully, right? That could also be your Jaquan Brisker replacement. But again, there's a lot of question marks, Jose, that needs to be answered from the Chicago Bears on the defensive side of the ball to elevate and to take this team to the next level. Ben Johnson said that he hasn't been on a team that has a top 15 defense since he's been coaching in the NFL. That says a lot on what one system or scheme he has to put up to hold up his end of the bargain on the offensive side of the ball, because the defense isn't up to par to what they want to do, Jose. So yes, I need.
But that's why a Max Crosby works, Eric. You're not going to get a top 10 defense or a top 15 defense just by. I mean, it's okay. You can, right? It's possible, but
100% is possible.
But it's less likely to happen the first year of drafting someone at 25 or you know what I mean? Like if you want a top 15, top 10 defense this year coming up, you have to get someone like Max Crosby or Trey Hendrickson. You have to. I feel like that's the only way. You could draft a guy or two, right, in the draft, but they still got to develop. They still got to learn the NFL speed, the game. Unless you're getting them in the top 5, top 10, like they're not going to be that ready. You know what I mean? If you want that much of an impact this year, Max Crosby has to be the guy.
I say I agree, but I feel like it's more Trey Hendrickson. I want to say that the Bears right now at this point, Jose, I really do feel that the Bears need to still hold on to those draft picks to develop players, because you don't know what, you don't want to just throw in money. Throw money at free agents just to fix the problem. I feel like you still need to develop, and I don't think the Bears right now in this position at this very moment are there yet to just give up draft picks just because Max Crosby sounds sexy, just because Myles Garrett is on the block. Well, I mean, that's a whole different story, right? But like, just keep it Max Crosby is up there.
But it's more than sounding sexy, Eric. Like he would be a game changer, right? Like, what up, CP, man? We missed you too, bro.
Oh, CP, my boy.
Too, man. We missed you too. But even he said we need some game changers. Max Crosby is 100%
true. And yes, I prefer Hendrickson over Crosby. We crunched the numbers last week. I almost got Jose to join on my side too as well on Hendrickson over Crosby. Like Hendrickson is up to par. He's up there. He's the guy that was behind Myles Garrett the last couple of seasons before last season on the sack numbers. He was that guy to make that presence on a team that was competing for a playoff position with the Cincinnati Bengals. Tony, what's up, man? Like, you guys remind me of a podcast that was on Tuesday. What's up, Tony?
What
Good
up,
to see
Tony?
you too, man. But yes, I statistic wise, Hendrickson is better than Crosby. Statistic wise, Hendrickson has been there sort of kind of on a winning team because of what they have on the offense side of the ball of Joe Burrow, Chase, Higgins, XYZ on that offensive side of the ball. So he's been on a playoff caliber team. He also proved it with his numbers too as well. Jose read the numbers the last two seasons before last. Hendrickson had what 15, 16 sacks a season, Jose, and he was just behind Myles Garrett. So to me, Hendrickson makes more sense, and you don't have to give up no type of value of draft prospects. All you have to give up and is make room is to make money. Give him money, and hopefully he comes for a 3-year, $75 million type of contract, maybe 80, whatever the case may be. But that seems so much better and so much logical than giving up DJ Moore, a first-round draft pick, for Max Crosby, who's might be still even be more expensive than a Trey Hendrickson in my book, because of the money that he's coming with the Oakland Raiders of what they give him. So I just feel like Hendrickson just makes sense depending on the medicals, obviously. And that's the big key right there.
I won't be
The
mad.
Windy City Rundown here on YouTube.
Sorry, my bad.
Go ahead.
I won't be mad at a Hendrickson pickup, right? But if you ask me, it'd be Crosby all the way.
Right. Tony on Facebook says no trades, free agent and draft picks, and Super Bowl bound. 100%. I feel right now the Bears have that perfect recipe to build that way through the draft, through free agency, just a little bit. Just patch the holes that you can on free agency. But right now, you could tell that you have that team. And what I mean that team, that coaching staff to develop these type of players to take it to the next level, depending on who you bringing in. On seeing who can come in and help this team take it to the next step. Hendrickson is, to me, it just fits. It just screams. It fits the mold of the Chicago Bears. And I get it. I know Crosby is sexy. Crosby's a sexy dude. Sexy name to be a dude here for the Chicago Bears, but I mean, you're giving up way too much financially, way too much draft capital, and a player to be named for one player who's just coming in, who probably has played a lot more than Trey Hendrickson because of the amount of plays that he's playing in Oakland or in Las Vegas because of the team that he is with. Windy City Rundown here on Facebook and on YouTube, guys. As always, like and share our shows on your Facebook page, so you can help us out there too as well. Also, like and subscribe our show on YouTube too as well. Hit the little bell on both pages to get notified when our shows are live. Our new time slot, Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Don't forget to join us. Hit the little bell to get reminded when we are live. We appreciate you guys. If you guys want to join in, like Tony, like CP, and like those, comment on YouTube, comment on Facebook, or also, I forgot to mention earlier, the link is also in the comment section on both YouTube and on Facebook. If you guys want to talk to us, if you guys don't want to just keep typing away, the link is on the comment section too as well. Tony goes on, he says, if they do fuck it, go big, Garrett is the guy. Tony. I mean, I think that's the one where you just feel like giving up first round draft picks and a player to be named or two. I mean, yeah, I agree with you 100%. But now the pressure will be on, and the pressure should be on, right? But the pressure will definitely be on if Garrett does come to the Bears, and they're going to ask for a lot. They're probably going to ask for 2 firsts, a second there, here and there. Definitely 2 picks this year, this upcoming draft. Definitely 2 picks. And then a first round pick next year, DJ Moore, because of the money, because how it makes sense. I mean, yeah, if you want to go big, then yeah, go Myles Garrett. But you're gonna give up a lot of assets, a lot of the farm for a Myles Garrett that obviously is a definitely game changer for sure.
Yep, I agree.
So Here's an interesting thing about this weekend, Jose. So we know that the draft combine is this weekend in Indianapolis, and there's a lot of people out there right now in Indianapolis that's big name. So your boy right here is making a trip to Indianapolis this weekend, and I am willing to see what I can find while I'm out there. Just take my dad. Go see my brother. Hey, brother, go see my brother. But obviously, just let them have their father-son time. I'm just gonna sneak away this way and just venture my way in downtown Indianapolis just to see who I can bump into this weekend. Jose, is there anything you want me to do this weekend while I'm down in Indianapolis?
Yeah, man. If you could just try to interview as much people as possible, record it, and we can put it up. We can put it on the social medias, Eric. Whatever you can do it. Right? Get some footage. Yeah, that'd be pretty dope.
Is there a specific somebody you want me to look out for? A specific person here and there?
Ryan Poles, Ben Johnson. Try to figure out what Ryan Poles is going to do. Are we going to trade DJ Moore? Are we going to bring in Max Crosby? Whatever the case is, Eric, you got to be live on the scene, man. You got to figure it out.
I definitely would be live on the scene, Jose. And you know what? It's exciting times because again, this is. You know what sucks, Jose? What sucks is the fact that we haven't. I feel like we don't know how to have a show or a podcast when the team is great. Because ever since we started making this show, this podcast, Jose, like our teams just suck booty. Our teams just sucked ass so long. And I feel like we just don't know how to have these type of conversations and how well our Bears team can definitely be. But you know who else makes this show 100 times better is our boy CP. CP, what's up, man? Long time no see, buddy.
What's up, my guys? How y'all been, man? How's everything going?
Man, just trying to live life, man. Trying to live the day every single day to the fullest, my guy.
Oh yeah,
same, bro, same.
I love Tony right here. He says, "You're scouting the Pacers, aren't you? You're jumping wagon." No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Although I do have somebody that's actually a season ticket holder for the Indiana Pacers. So, if they play this weekend, I might, I might see a game. Who knows? If they're in town this weekend, I might go see a game.
There you go.
But I mean, they're as bad as the Bulls right now. I think they're like what, 19 and like 20, 30 something.
But they're much worse. They're much worse than the Bulls right now.
Yeah, but they're injured. A lot of the guys are injured. And think about it. They were a year removed from the finals. This is actually a good thing for them. You had a final,
right? Just bro,
last year.
Just think about it, bro. If those lottery balls fall in their favor. Exactly. And they get Halliburton back next year, you still have Naismith, you still have Nembhard, Siakam, and you add one of those top 3 picks to that, Indiana's going to be even scarier, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like this was almost a blessing in disguise for them. You know what I mean? They were a good team last year. This year they lose Halliburton, and here they are. They could be a lottery team pick. It's crazy. And then next year they can go right back into the finals. It'd be wild.
If I were to jump wagon, Tony, I don't know. The Pacers probably wouldn't be the first team on the list for sure. So, CP, did I convince you about Trey Hendrickson coming to the Chicago Bears over Max Crosby?
So I was with Jose at first when he said Max Crosby. Obviously, Crosby's 3 years younger, but the problem there is it's a $36 million cap hit. I feel like that's a lot. And Max Crosby's good, don't get me wrong, but there's some good defensive players in this draft too. I'm with what Eric said. Like, we need to start like developing our next defensive guy instead of like just throwing money at these free agents and just hoping like that's what's going to carry us. Like these teams, like the Broncos built their defense through the draft. The Patriots, those guys were through the draft. You can't rely on free agents all the time. It would be nice to add somebody like that can change the game for us because we lost a lot of those games last year because we simply didn't have enough to like no pressure at all. Like, yes, we had all those takeaways. That's fine and dandy. But when the game tightens up, you need that one defensive guy who's going to like force a 4th and long on just because his pressure alone. And we simply didn't have that.
Yeah, we didn't. It makes sense.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. I'll be good with either or. I'll be good with either or. But we have to do something because again, we like I mentioned earlier. Even if we draft a defensive player, it's not guaranteed that player is going to be ready or just as good or as good as we want him to do. He won't be that difference maker we want right away. You can get someone
Yeah,
established
yeah,
like
I
Crosby,
totally understand.
then you know what I mean. Then you got something there.
right. And
Yeah,
especially if you
because
get
Austin Booker's been taking that kind of stuff.
exactly, and now that's what I was about to lean into too as well. Like let's just say you do get Trey Hendrickson, right? Let's just have this conversation, right? You do get Trey Hendrickson. You know who's on the other side? Montez Sweat. Who do you think is going to have a lot more opportunities to eat, right? Whose side
Both.
are you going to rely on the most? Hendrickson, Sweat, right? You're going to pay attention to either side, right? That means the guys up the middle, like an Austin Booker who played defensive tackle, or the guy that you can draft, who if he's there in the defensive tackle, you could get them. He could probably eat, grow in that way. You still got Grady Jarrett or Jarrett Grady up in the middle too as well, defensive line Stonewall too as well, who can probably wreck the line a little bit, right? Now you're having two edge trouble. You got two edges that could cause you trouble on the outside, and the guys on the inside could feed and eat. You know, I know you got to get Tremaine Edmonds. You're going to probably have to find his replacement because he's on the trading block. So you could find another defensive or a linebacker that A, you either draft, or B, get him on the cheap and free agency too as well. Either or, whatever the way it goes, like the defensive line you need to build because everything else on the outside is a lot more easier for the guys to, you know, cover the guys for longer or for the amount of seconds that they should because the defensive front is getting to the quarterback. Possibly maybe even more picks or just the same amount of picks that they got this year or last season, this season. There's a lot. And yes, there's going to be a lot of holes there. And the defensive side of the ball, there's going to be a lot of holes. And there's a lot of more holes now created this offseason than there was last year. But scout right, scout correctly, draft correctly, problems could be solved pretty quickly. And the Bears can be up there as one of the top 15, maybe 10 defenses in the NFL if you do it correctly. That's just me. That's just me.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, and a lot of people criticized our secondary last year. I mean, a lot of that was injuries too, but just like there's so much pressure on them to cover for a long amount of time because like the pressure isn't always there. I still believe in this secondary. I don't care what nobody says. I still believe in Kyler Gordon. I still believe in Jalen Johnson. Nashawn Wright, he was pretty damn good. Brisker, one of the best safety, if not the best safety in the league last year.
Oh, he's going to get paid for sure this year. He's definitely going to get paid.
Yeah,
for
he deserves it. He deserves it. I think our secondary like took too much flack, but I think that was just masked by the like no type of pressure being brought, and that's why I feel like the Bears are going to. Ben Johnson said it himself, bro. That's where the focus is going to be this offseason. He's like, my offense was fine. Right. Like, we just got to get something going on that side of the ball. He that's why I like Ben Johnson. He's not afraid to say it. He is not afraid to say it.
And you know what? Even credit to him, too, because obviously he's really big on accountability, right? He's really big on that word, not only for him and his side of the ball of the offense, but also the defense side of the ball as well with his coaching staff, too. So, I mean, hey, if the defense could just tighten it up a little bit, we have something here.
We do. We like, but again, it's it's just one of those things. I wish the draft came sooner. You know what I mean? Like it's
like a month away, isn't it?
I know. Yes. It's like it should be
hold on. Keep talking. I'll look it up right now.
It should be like in April.
It's like
in April.
The end of April, right? So I guess you could say
20,
2 months.
April 20 something. But yeah, man, that's just my thing. It's very it's curious to see what happens. I'm okay with trading the guys you have, right? Edmonds, maybe DJ Moore, Komet, if you can trade them, but we'll see. I'm just.
I was gonna ask you guys that, like, you think any changes are coming on the offensive side of the ball?
I think Komet doesn't come back, and not that we don't like Komet. I love Komet. I would love Komet. I would love to Komet to come back.
I do too.
I just think he may be looking for a number that the Bears can't give him. That's the only reason why I
I
feel like
could. Oh, you might be right. I could. Travis Kelce replacement, maybe.
No, I think we're fine with.
I
I feel
think
like
he
we're gonna
stays
be
though. I think he stays.
I hope so.
honestly what I heard, yesterday with polls on ESPN 1000. I do feel like we are not getting DJ Moore and Cole Kmet back. I really do feel like that. Simply because of the amount of money they both can save the Chicago Bears on salary cap. I mean, if you trade them both, you're saving about almost close to $20 million
Oh,
in
right.
salary cap money on top of letting go Tremaine Edmonds that can save you another 5 or 6 million in salary cap money. You can restructure deals here left and right. And it just feels like it's one of those where if you need the money, those are the two big players, now three with Edmonds, that can get you that money to go get a Trey Hendrickson, to go get another free agent that you need to get to help you on the defensive side of the ball. Because again, all you really have to do is just give up money to get those type of players and not draft capital. So, and then obviously you're getting capital back, right? You might get a third round pick at the most for DJ Moore. You're definitely going to get like a fourth, maybe a third round pick for a Cole Kmet because of what he brings to your NFL team, right? Whatever you could get from Tremaine Edmonds, like a fourth, a fifth, a fourth, maybe even a third, you can also get that for Tremaine Edmonds too as well, right? And those are draft picks that can help you build your team too as well. On top of if the NFL does the Bears right and give them their picks from the Atlanta Falcons, the third round picks, that's another pick too as well that you can get this year's draft. So I mean, the Bears can be picks heavy, and then you could trade up to go get said player that they need for if everything falls right. So it just
So you guys are okay with giving Komet and DJ Moore up for a defensive player?
Yes, like DJ Moore, right? Like I would be okay
If that's
trading him
what it
away.
takes.
I would be okay trading him away for someone like Max Crosby and or a number one, you know what I mean, or maybe high number 2 pick. Like you know what I mean. Like it has to be worth it for me.
I don't think even if you trade DJ Moore, you're going to get Max Crosby. I don't think that's the move. I don't as much as
We
everybody
paid DJ Moore a
about it,
lot of money.
You'll have to give up more than just DJ Moore. I'm just saying, like, if he's included in that trade, I feel like I'd be okay with it because of what we have offensively that should manage that load that he covers.
They're the ones we did the Khalil Mack trade with, right?
The Raiders, yes. But I mean, we gave up a lot for Khalil Mack too. And
We probably
Khalil
would have
Mack
to
that
give
was
up
younger
even more
at that
here.
time. Yeah, Khalil Mack that was younger at that time too as well. So I mean, it was like 3-4 years, but it's 3-4 years
But
younger.
he was a game changer though. We went straight to the playoffs, won the North that first year with him.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's what you got to do. You got to make the sacrifice.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
100%. Tony on Facebook says the coach likes 3 tight ends offense. Of course, but I want to say that the 3 tight ends that he wants is just for a blocking scheme aspect. I mean, I know you saw a lot of smites out there with a lot of Cole Kmet and obviously Colston Loveland, but honestly, they use mainly more Colston Loveland as a pass catcher. If you get a tight end that can semi-catch the ball but does a lot of blocking, another tight end that does more blocking than receiving the ball, I think that would also fit his scheme too as well. And he says he'd rather trade DJ Moore and not Kmet, or DJ Moore will get traded and not Kmet. But again, Tony, $10 million is $10 million, and that's the money that Cole Kmet is going to give you in the salary cap if you do let him go. There is going to be a team that's willing enough to give you a third-round pick for a Cole Kmet. Right, maybe a third in next year's 5th or 6th, that too as well. Because Cole Kmet is 28 years old. Cole Kmet is on a friendly deal, on a team-friendly contract that won't hurt your salary cap at all. So value at a player in his prime, a player with NFL experience that is a good blocker, a great blocker, and a good receiver. I mean, there's value in that too as well. So and then plus again $10 million into your salary caps. So that works too as well. But yeah, DJ Moore, you're gonna lose a leader for sure in that locker room. I mean, he's a quiet one, but he speaks more with his game than he does his voice. And when he does speak, it is a little bit more real than usual. But again, you're gonna save about 16 to 17 million dollars on your salary cap too as well if you let him go. And his value is a little bit high because of how he ended the season. So there is a team that may give up a second round pick, but definitely a third round pick for DJ Moore doesn't sound too shabby.
No, not at all.
No, and,
Yeah, I don't
and
know if he
honestly,
goes
like
for a second.
I mean, look, a late second round pick. I mean, there's gonna. I mean, who else needs a wide receiver that might be pretty crazy, but if they're willing to give up a second round pick for an established 29-year-old wide receiver, there's a team called Kansas City Chiefs that out there that is willing to do something like that for him too as well. And DJ Moore with
I
a healthy
heard
Patrick
they're talking to Tyreek right now.
Yeah, I mean, hey, whatever they could do, but again, and like there's teams out there, maybe there's teams out there that it's just one wide receiver away.
The Ravens could use somebody like him.
Teams like that too as well. Yeah, for sure. That's another number one wide receiver.
The Bills could use him.
Yeah, so there's teams that are willing to give up like that type of pick for DJ Moore, and especially how he ends the year. A second round pick for DJ is a great value for the Chicago Bears. Windy City Rundown here on Facebook and on YouTube, as always, guys. You could join us like CP. The link is in the comment section too as well, or join us like Tony did and Marcos did in the comment section too as well. Like and share our shows on your Facebook page. Like and subscribe on our YouTube page, and follow us on all our social media platforms. Hit the little bell to get notified when our shows are live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Whew, man, I feel like we could talk about the Bears all night, but we need to switch it up a little bit. We're gonna talk more about the Chicago Bears timing for the next couple weeks right before the draft too as well. But guys, this weekend, Tony, it was nice seeing you. Hope you're doing well. We'll see you next week because what we're gonna talk about this ain't for you. But guys, this weekend it is the Elimination Chamber, here in Chicago. And sorry, I don't know what's going on here. All right, here we go. There it is. The Elimination Chamber is this weekend here in Chicago, and one of us is actually going there, and that's actually Jose.
I am going to.
Oh, nice. Good stuff. You're going to? Sweet.
Yeah, I will be there. I will be there on Saturday. I couldn't miss this.
Oh, yeah, me either, brother. I'll be there.
I just bought a ticket a few days ago, bro.
Let's go.
Nice. Let's go. But yeah, you guys are going to be there. I'm excited for you guys. I'm excited for you guys being on the Elimination Chamber. There's a lot to talk about for this weekend, guys. And obviously, the main one is the winners of the Elimination Chamber. I feel like it's a little bit more the singles matches between CM Punk and Finn Balor, Becky Lynch and AJ Lee kind of feel a little bit more predictable, right? Like we know that Becky Lynch and CM Punk are going to win, right? Correct? Yes.
Yeah, I think AJ Lee wins it. To be honest, I think AJ Lee wins.
Really?
Yeah, no, because from what I heard, this is going to extend to WrestleMania. I do think AJ Lee, especially in Chicago, she's gonna come out. She's gonna win. And then I could see her going into WrestleMania defending that championship against Becky Lynch.
Hear me out on Finn Balor though. Remember what they did with Io Sky right before WrestleMania? They made her beat Rhea Ripley out of nowhere. And then they I'm feeling a little bit of an underdog situation with Finn Balor right now. Like, it wouldn't shock me if he won on Saturday just for the WWE to throw us a curveball, make it a triple threat at WrestleMania or something like that.
Uh-huh.
I know it's a reach, but it
strong reach.
Hey,
it's not a reach. It's not a reach because I could see that happening. I guess I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know if I agree. If that happens, I wouldn't be happy because like what do we need Finn Balor for in the main event of WrestleMania? You know what I mean? Like CM Punk and Roman should be big enough.
I mean, somebody's got to lead you in the direction. It can't keep being Roman Reigns and CM Punk. Like these guys are damn near 50, bro. Like they getting up there in the age, and we were talking about what Roman was talking about on when he's on ESPN or whatever, when he's talking about nobody has stepped up, like maybe this could be them trying to like get
See you
somebody to
next week.
step up. Somebody like Finn Balor.
I could see something like that happening. Like basically like what they did with Daniel Bryan, right? That triple threat match with him, Batista. I forgot who the other guy was. I don't know. I can't think about it. Was it Triple H? No.
Randy
I think
Orton.
so.
Randy
Randy
Orton,
Orton.
Batista.
Yes. Batista, Randy Orton, and Daniel Bryan, right? I could see something like that, but the crowd wanted that. You know what I mean? Everybody was behind Daniel Bryan. I don't see a lot of people behind Finn Balor. The thing about WWE right now that kind of has me a little concerned is it's very slow build right now. Like I'm like I'll watch CM Punk and Roman Reigns because of the draw of the names, but to be honest, the story doesn't really compel me. And
Right. There's nothing compelling about Reigns and Punk facing.
there's really nothing compelling at all in WWE. I'm going to Elimination Chamber more because of the experience. I've never seen the match in person. You know what I mean?
Right. It's the fact it's at the United Center. Like it's always been at the All-State Arena.
Yeah.
Like the fact they haven't it, that's a big deal. Like they haven't did this since '94, bro. This is a big
That's
deal.
what I'm saying. Like I've never been to Elimination Chamber match. I want to see it in person. It's at the United Center, so it's closer to home. I'm like, this is perfect.
Right.
That's the reason why I want to go. It has nothing to do with any type of story. I'm serious. I've been watching WWE, right? I've been getting back into it because I did stop watching for a bit. But I've been watching it, and it's like it's a little underwhelming. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I'm hoping that this Elimination Chamber kind of kickstarts everything going into WrestleMania. Because remember last year Elimination Chamber was in Toronto, and we had the John Cena heel turn. You're not going to be able to up that, but we need something close in that caliber to like really kickstart WrestleMania. Because right now it's very slow build.
Maybe it'll be a Cody heel turn.
That'd be nice.
I want to be able to be there to say whoop that trick in person. You know, I want to experience that. Like when his music hits, bro, the energy in the arena like shifts. Like he is literally a megastar already.
You're gonna get that. You're gonna get Jey Uso with his yeeting.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, it'll be electric, for sure.
I'm more in the belief that we're going to see a Dominic Mysterio kind of screwing over Finn Balor, and then we're going to see Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio at WrestleMania. I feel like that's the storyline that they're going to go portray into because
I could see that, but I feel like that undersells Finn so much.
Yeah.
Yes and no because I can see why it undersells him, right? Because he's going for the heavyweight title, and then the next he's fighting for Intercontinental Championship, right? Which is a notch or two below. But also at the same time, it could kind of give him that babyface run that he's been probably yearning for a while. And I think the reaction that he got, obviously it's in Ireland in his hometown, but the reaction that he's gotten since he's been coming out solo has been a little bit more different and a little bit more that the fans been wanting him to turn face. And there's no better way of getting him into a babyface than Dominic Mysterio screwing him over and getting that opportunity in WrestleMania to possibly win the Intercontinental Championship. And it could probably elevate that title because let's be honest, Dom, yes, it was a cool story. It was great for him having that title, but he hasn't
forgot
really
he even had it, bro.
Exactly. That's my point being, and him being in both AAA allá in Mexico and then here in the Intercontinental Champion and the WWE, it's just kind of like doing two things at once. Like the value of the Intercontinental Champion is no longer there, and then I think Finn kind of needs that title solo run, even though it's an Intercontinental Championship. But Finn could throw some bangers by himself. And I feel like that's what that title really needs, or kind of needs. And I think that's a perfect way to kind of start it off at WrestleMania. And I get it. Step below the heavyweight title, but it's the story that's allure for that aspect right there.
That title hasn't been relevant since Gunther.
Right. That's what I was just about to say that, Jose. Like you got to expand.
Yeah, Gunther made that title the title. When Sami Zayn beat him at WrestleMania, it meant something because of how long Gunther had it. Like I get
exactly
a lot of Dominic's why he hasn't been defended is because he's injured. I don't know why WWE didn't just strip him from it,
right?
You know, or strip it from him. I mean, but I mean, it is what it is, right? That's what I'm saying. I kind of just think a lot of their plans were derailed with all these injuries with Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker,
Uh-huh.
Seth Rollins. I
Right,
do
because you
think a
could have
lot.
put the title on any one of them. You could have put the
Mhm.
title on one of them.
Right.
I do think those injuries definitely delayed or like made them like have to like
Yeah.
reroute
It's
whatever they're
throwing a
trying to
wrench
do.
in everything they're doing.
But I do,
Yeah.
I was listening to Busted Open yesterday, and Paul Heyman. They had Paul Heyman as a guest, and I liked what he talked about, and it kind of almost gave us like a behind the curtain thing where he was like, he's been the only one that's been like, what are we doing for the Saudi mania, the mania and Saudi Arabia? And he said the reason why he keeps asking that, he said, because the easiest way to book WrestleMania this year in Las Vegas is by already booking Saudi Arabia, WrestleMania at Saudi Arabia, because everything that you do this year should lead up to next year. Next year should always be bigger than this year, just like this year should have been bigger than last year. So if you know where you're going, it's a lot easier to book. And I found that to be interesting. That made me believe, like, okay, they're like they really don't know where they're going, or they're still trying to figure out what they're doing for WrestleMania this year, and it's very apparent in their shows. If it wasn't for AJ Styles retiring and him getting inducted into the Hall of Fame, that Raw episode sucked. It was trash. The end of that show made that show. It was awesome to see. I loved it. I loved every minute of that AJ Styles tribute. But the rest of the show was straight trash. And that's the concern I have for WWE right now. It's like, I don't know what they're doing creatively, but it's starting to show. The holes are starting to show. And because come on, this time around last year or the years where Vince was, I'm not saying I want Vince back. I'm just saying this time in the year in the past, we kind of had a direction of excitement going forward as to what we should expect. And right now, it's I don't see any of it.
Is Bronson and Braun injured?
Yeah,
Yeah.
both of them.
So
Yeah.
so Braun
Oh
Breaker.
my, oh my
So Braun
goodness.
Breaker had to have a surgery, and then
Surgery.
Bronson Reed this past Monday got hurt in the match, and I think he was supposed to win the match, but
Was.
obviously with him being hurt, Jey Uso ended up winning.
Yeah. He tore his bicep.
Damn.
Bronson Reed tore his bicep on Monday night. Yep. So yeah, I mean, I get
So
it.
it's just
Sometimes you gotta go on the fly, right? You really have to go on the fly.
Theory and Logan Paul.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
I think that faction is gonna break up pretty soon. Right?
no, they're
As of
gonna they're gonna stick with them. I just think they're gonna add Brock Lesnar because Brock Lesnar and him and Paul Heyman, it seems like they're back together, and but they got to do something.
Yeah, 100%. And then especially that open challenge that he has for the dates leading up to WrestleMania 2 as well. That's another topic of conversation that we might have a little later on in the future podcast. But the men's elimination chamber, I think it's a little bit more interesting because we don't know, right? I think this is a little one that it looks a little bit predictable, but also it's up in the air on who's going to win it.
Yeah, I don't think
Guys,
it's that predictable, honestly. A favorite?
Yeah. Or predict who's going to win, should I say? That's actually the real question.
The elimination chamber is not predictable at all.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
I guess
does Cody Rhodes win? And
I guess in a way, I think Cody wins. I think Cody does win because if you look at everybody else,
right,
Randy and Drew doesn't really make sense. They're not really doing much with them.
right.
The
LA
only
Knight and Drew.
Yeah, the only person in that elimination chamber that Drew has beef with, that constantly has beef with, is Cody Rhodes.
Right.
So I think I get what Eric's talking about. It may be predictable in that sense where okay, Cody's going to win, but you also have this thing going on with Jacob Fatu where I feel like he's going to show up, he's going to somehow interfere and make Cody lose. So that's why I'm just kind of like, because my thing is I think it's going to be Jacob Fatu, Cody Rhodes, and Drew McIntyre. But how do you insert Jacob Fatu if he's not even in the elimination chamber? So I'm just
exactly.
I'm kind of confused as to like. So it really isn't that predictable. But I don't see Trick Williams going on to win. I don't see Javon Evans. And I love
We
Javon
end up getting a fatal 4-way at WrestleMania because Fatu or Drew screws Cody and makes him lose, and one
That's
of
what I'm
these
saying.
random people wins it.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah,
weird.
it's weird all around, bro.
I think
Your initial thought is Cody wins, but
Cody wins, and then somehow, some way, Jacob Fatu gets inserted leading up to WrestleMania because I don't know, like whatever Triple H has the reasoning. I think that ends up happening.
I had this weird feeling that I'm with you guys that Cody wins, right? Cody does win the Elimination Chamber. But am I crazy that for somehow, some way, right before WrestleMania, we get a Jacob Fatu as a champion? So which is why it inserts as a triple threat match at WrestleMania.
That's
So
what I'm
Drew
saying.
McIntyre gets
Something's going to happen.
his championship rematch, and then that's how we get it there too as well. Is that am I too crazy to think like that? Or I mean, it's
I don't think
WWE,
you're
right?
crazy at all. I don't think you're crazy at all, bro.
I don't think you're crazy at all. I can see that happening, and again, it's
Because
just like, what the fuck is going on?
Exactly, just simply because of like all the injuries, right? All the injuries that's been happening in WWE kind of derailed most of the thought process of everything that's been going on.
Yeah,
But
it's opened the door for a lot of people.
A lot of things, yeah. But I just genuinely do feel like in order for it to be kind of interesting for WrestleMania, like Drew McIntyre loses on a random ass SmackDown, random ass SmackDown to Jacob Fatu,
Literally,
and he becomes a champion, and it's like, oh shit. So like, what now? Now it's Cody versus Jacob Fatu at WrestleMania, and then Drew McIntyre just walks in and be like, no, I want my rematch, make it a triple threat. Like I feel like that's the route that's going to happen. Well, wait. I mean, yeah, I guess it's kind of predictable. I had Cody winning too as well. I felt like that's the only right answer for the men's one. The women's one, though, it's kind of more up in the air, and we're gonna end it on the women's one here on the Windy City Rundown. The right answer is Alexa Bliss, right?
Alexa Bliss against Jade Cargill?
No way.
No. I as much as I would love that, I don't. I think Alexa Bliss faces Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania, right? That team gets dismembered, and it might happen here at Elimination Chamber. I think with Charlotte eliminating Alexa on accident, I think something happens where maybe Charlotte eliminates Alexa here, and I think the both of them get into a rivalry there that leads up to WrestleMania. So I don't think it's either of them that wins.
So what you think Rhea comes out?
I think Rhea versus Jade could be a good WrestleMania match. I think Rhea won that.
Powerhouse versus Powerhouse. It wouldn't shock me.
I think that I would want to see that. I think that'd be pretty nice. I like Jade.
Draw. I just don't see Jade Cargill really, like, she's already had her beef with Tiffany Stratton. Do you really want to pick that up again?
Yeah, I don't want to see that.
The rest of them, no way you could put Kiana James or Raquel in the main event of WrestleMania right now. I'm sorry.
No, I
like them both, but you can't put them in the main event right now.
You know what? Kiana James has surprised me though. I really, really like what she.
Yeah, I like Kiana.
She's really surprised me. I'm not gonna lie.
It's just so fast, like
it's way too fast, But it has to be Rhea. I don't see anybody else. It has to be Rhea.
Hear me out.
Rhea or
Hear
Tiffany.
me out. The only reason why I say Alexa Bliss is because I feel like we're gonna have a triple threat match between Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, and Jade Cargill at WrestleMania. Because
you know what, Eric might have a point, bro. Remember when Charlotte walked out and made that eye contact with Jade Cargill? It wouldn't surprise me.
And
But then you're doing the same thing. But then they're doing the same thing with the women than they were the men. So you're adding
it's triple threats across the board. Triple threat mania.
You can't do that, man.
It's triple threats everywhere.
Eric, what you just said right now, what you just said is you had Finn Balor winning, which means you're not going to eliminate neither Roman or CM Punk. So now you have a triple threat there, and then you said. And you said Cody wins, and then Jacob Fatu. So that's another triple threat. And now I'd be mad as hell.
Oh, this is something Triple H would do, bro. I feel like Triple H would do this, bro. Triple threats across the board.
There's no way.
Yeah, no, but you know what? Just look, CM Punk is not losing in Chicago. That's a fact, right? I don't think so. right?
He's
I
winning.
feel like Judgment
It's
Day
it's
somehow
it's Triple
interfered.
H, bro. I can't count it out. I
Yeah,
can't count him out. It's Triple H.
Triple
Nah,
threats all
that
over the
needs
place.
to
So we're
gotta
gonna
go,
have
bro. There's no
three.
way.
We're gonna have 4 triple threat matches at 2 in each night at WrestleMania this year. Just
More,
simply
bro.
because the creative is not there.
You,
But you know
damn
what?
well,
But
you know damn well the tag team match. There's gonna be a triple threat fatal 4-way tag team ladder match somehow somewhere in that.
Right. The tag team matches.
There's no way, bro.
But no, but hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Right? Just this is just me thinking, right? And I literally been thinking about this for the last couple of days for sure. But I feel like what has been the biggest talking point for WWE for the past few months? That creative, right? Like what is going this, what's going on, right? And I feel like for Triple H just to like put us all under the whim, right? Just to smack us all and be like triple threats galore everywhere, right? But then after WrestleMania, for some reason, it's just banger after banger after banger after banger of created just opportunities here and there. Just simply because we're just like, all right, he has lost the plot. The game is gone. Triple H just lost his mind. He doesn't know. We want Vince back. And ironically enough, the conversation of Vince McMahon buying WWE from TKO, from the Saudi investors, ironically enough, just popped up. But again, it's something to probably light a fire under Triple H's ass to be like, you know what? Let's just look pretty bad up to WrestleMania. But then after that, boom, SummerSlam, a big hit. Survivor, like all the PLEs, a big ass hit. Simply because, like, we just got you guys into this mindset that I can't do shit right. And then here I am, just be like, surprise, motherfuckers. I got you. I know what the hell I'm doing.
Then you're selling the biggest show of the year. And like, and
100%.
you're at a time where WrestleMania hasn't even sold out. Like right now, the tickets aren't selling as much as fast as they want them to.
I wonder why.
We know why, because creatively, there's nothing there that's people are going to WrestleMania because it's WrestleMania. There's nothing there to really compel you to match wise. I mean, Roman and CM Punk's base is the only certainty there, right? Now you have Liv and Stephanie. That's a good match, but is it a match that's going to draw people to come watch? Maybe not. You know what I mean? Like, you need something huge. I could see a Brock Lesnar versus Oba Femi at WrestleMania. That would be crazy, right? I want to see something like that. I want to see Gunther retire someone else. I think Gunther eventually.
And they got to make up for last year's WrestleMania too. But a lot of people were still pissed about that finish.
Pissed, and that's what I'm saying. Like I can see Gunther retiring Brock, but that's not going to happen till SummerSlam. It's literally going to be where Brock Lesnar made his debut, and it's going to be in his hometown of Minnesota. So that's going to happen there.
Wait, SummerSlam is in Minnesota?
Yeah,
yes, sir. 2 nights.
Oh wow!
And so I could totally see Gunther, Brock. Gunther's this guy who retires people. I think Gunther faces Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania this year, retires him. That's why they have him in the storyline with Dragon Lee, because who's Dragon Lee's best friend right now, or mentor? Rey Mysterio. So like right now they have him on this, retirement killer guy, whatever.
This legend killer tour. He's the new legend killer.
Yeah, 100%. Right, which is good. Like I think they're doing right by him. Right, you need to make him this hateable guy. That's how you create stars. I'm cool with that.
That's true.
But you need more compelling matchups. I don't know if Cody, Drew McIntyre, and Jacob Fatu does it for me, unless it's like a stipulation. Put it in the Hell in a Cell. That'd be cool. But who knows, right? Like, I'm just saying they got to figure something out, man, because no triple threats. We had one last year.
That's how Randy Orton got that status. Like, Randy Orton was like, he was a world champion earlier, but he still wasn't that guy yet. Like, he was just hovering. Then, like, once they made him take out RVD, Shawn Michaels. Once he took those guys out, he started to become that, and then he became WWE champion, and the rest was history. So maybe we can see Gunther going in that same type of direction. I know a lot of people hate him right now, but that's the point.
That's the point.
Yeah. Oh, I love Gunther. I love Gunther. I think he's just a troll and a half, and I enjoy his candor as a heel in the WWE. I really, really do. I think he has what
I feel like he's one of those guys that will never be a face, like, ever.
No, hell nah. Nope, never. And I'm fine with that. And you know what? I think he's fine with that too, because I feel like he could be himself, just being this big, gigantic shit talker that just whacks everybody just left and right just because he can, because of his size.
Yep.
Bring him, but he has to stay Gunther. He can't come back as Walter. I think Walter kind of loses his the value of that.
Yeah, I'm not feeling the Walter
I
thing.
know. Side note.
I kind of miss his old theme song, to be honest.
Side note. I want to see Carmelo Hayes versus Trick Williams for the U.S. Championship at WrestleMania. I think that'd be a
I like that too. I definitely like that too.
Bring
Gotta
that,
put a
bring
title
that
on Trick, man. He deserves it.
Bring that NXT flavor that they had going on for the 2 years, a year and a half, and put it on the world stage. And they had bangers too in NXT.
Yeah, good matches, yeah.
Oh, for sure.
I think that'd be good.
Well, you guys have fun on Saturday. I'll definitely be watching, whether I be on the road over there at my brother's in Indianapolis. But I hope you guys have fun. Hope you guys link up, have a few drinks, whatever the case may be. Hope you guys enjoy your time there. I will be down in Indianapolis trying to trying to find Pose and Johnson and everybody else down over there. See who I can find down in Indianapolis, ask a few questions and whatnot. So we go from there. This was a great show. CP, bro, it's good seeing you, man. We miss you. It's really good seeing you. You know, you should show up every.
It's crazy. I was at work. I was at work when you posted that, and I'm like, let me set an alarm or reminder just so, because when I get home, bro, I'll be tired from work and I'll be going straight to sleep. But I set an alarm.
I should have been
for like 7:15 that said JCA. You know, I got that alarm. I'm like, oh snap! Let me log on. Of course, here y'all were.
Oh yeah.
Or CP, what you can do on your Facebook page, hit the little bell on Windy City Rundown to get notified when our show is live. Also on our YouTube page too as well. Hit the little bell to get notified when our shows are live too as well. Every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Follow us on all our social media platforms outside of Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, MySpace, all those social media platforms. Follow us there too as well.
Wait, y'all on MySpace?
Yeah, it was just something it just popped in my head, so I had to say MySpace. But CP, bro, we appreciate it. Have fun Saturday, man. All right, what you rocking? You rocking a WWE shirt? Who you repping?
I will be wearing a hoodie, a Cody Rhodes hoodie, like an American Nightmare hoodie.
Nice. Jose, have fun at Saturday with your brother.
You going with your brother, Jose?
My brothers, yeah, both my brothers. We're gonna go. So it was Christmas gifts for both of them. So we're gonna try to go up there. You know.
Damn, some Christmas gifts. Goddamn. Wish somebody loved me that much.
Well, I mean, I went half with my sister, my wife, my mom. So we bought them tickets, and then Paulina bought me my ticket. So, but I kind of already knew. So yeah, it was nice. It was dope.
Nice.
So what section are y'all gonna be in?
We'll be in the 300s, bro. Probably in the middle, like 301. I really don't remember. Actually, no, I have it on my phone. I'll tell you right now.
What about you, CP? You front row? You gonna be next to the green shirt guy?
No, I don't got that much money.
I will be. I think it said 109.
Oh nice. Damn! Yeah, boy. Hell yeah!
I am one credit card person away to do it, but I'm going in.
Trust, I mean, I'm gonna have to make that money back, but yeah, when I go to these events, bro, I want to be as close as possible. I don't like sitting high.
I know.
I got bad sight as it is.
Well, we're in the 301 section, so we're in the middle, right? So I've been to the United Center, obviously in the 301 section. It's not a bad seat, but I'm with you. When I went to the D-Rose retirement night and I was in the 100 levels, I'm like, oh man, this ruined it. Like I don't want to sit anywhere else.
Hey, at least you got to experience that. I tried to get a ticket. It was impossible.
Yeah, it was a lot of money. Oh, that was also good.
But I'll be like literally one row like from the ramp. Like you got the people that lean on the ramp or whatever. I'll be like one row behind them.
That's dope. Nah, bro, enjoy that. Hell yeah.
What poster? You taking a poster? No poster.
Of course.
Yeah,
yes, I will. I will have a poster.
I won't have one. I won't have one.
I got a few actually.
I feel
Jose,
like
what you rocking Saturday?
I don't know. I don't have any wrestling. I used to have a Rey Mysterio shirt, but I don't have that anymore. I gotta.
You don't have not one wrestling shirt or jacket?
No, bro. I gotta get one. I'm gonna get one before that. You know, you just
remember. I got a LA Knight shirt on right now. I got an LA Knight shirt. I got the OTC hoodie.
I got a
needle mover.
Yeah, no, I gotta see how fast I can get one before then. If not, I'm gonna be paying money there.
Man, get your WWE stock up, man.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
Uh-huh.
I agree.
Jose, make sure you say hi to Sophie for me there. And,
If I'm going
there too as well.
I know my son Adam's gonna be there too with his aunt. Honestly, if I'm going, I gotta get a CM Punk shirt. You know what I mean? Like it's not the last time I seen CM Punk in Chicago wrestle, he was in AEW and he faced MJF for the AEW championship and he lost. MJF actually won that match. So that was cool, but this will be my first time ever seeing him wrestle WWE. So
nice. Well, good. You guys have fun. I'll watch you on
yeah,
my
you
phone.
just remind me. I actually will probably put on my CM Punk shirt too.
Yeah, we're in Chicago. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's only right.
It's only right. CP, as always, man, you're always welcome on the show. We appreciate you. It's good seeing your face,
y'all,
man. You know, Jose, you guys have fun on Saturday. You know, make sure you take a lot of pictures. Make sure you say hi to me. Jose, as always, it's a pleasure doing the show with you guys. Make sure you follow us, like I said, on all our social media platforms. Every Wednesday, 7 p.m., our new time slot for our show, 7 p.m. on Facebook and on YouTube every Wednesday.
It's 7 every Wednesday.
7 every Wednesday, sir. Yes, we switched it up for you. What is that?
I might have to get that. I might
have to get that is nice.
I might have to get that. That's pretty dope. I'm looking at that right now. The only thing is I hope it gets here in time. If not, I'm screwed. But
hey, you might have to buy it while you're there.
Yeah, that's
say that check will probably be there too, probably for twice as more.
Yeah, twice as more.
Like 150 or something.
For Jose Contreras, I am Eric Avila. We'll see you guys next week. Talk about the Elimination Chamber and a lot more Bears news if it comes up, or any Chicago sports news there too as well. We appreciate you guys. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Marcos. Thank you, CP, for joining the show today. We will see you guys next week, 7 p.m. on a Wednesday. As always, I got it. We'll see you guys next week. See ya.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
He's running like he's got a lobster down his pants, showing that he is as slippery as a bar of soap.
Like poop through a diarrhea-infected goose.
Commented about it.
That's fine. I'm not laughing about it. You think this is funny? I take this serious.
I'm not.
I'm real serious. I put my heart and soul into this every single week.
Are we done here?
It's about